My wife and I were chased down by a man in traffic with a gun. Somehow, I learned from it. Welcome to the Church of Bigfoot, Sasqwarriors Mossy-Minded Misfits. I am so glad you're here. I'm Reverend Jake, Archminister of the Unseen. And today we're talking about something that doesn't get taught enough. How to stay calm when everything in you wants to panic. About 2 years ago, my wife and I were driving through Houston, rush hour, packed roads, nowhere to go. And there was a man behind us, riding my bumper in the HOV lane. Now, if you've ever driven in Houston or any big city, you already know the energy. Fast, aggressive, no patience. But there was nowhere for me to move. No shoulder, no gap, no exit. Eventually, the SUV behind us jumps out and starts passing us. And like a lot of people do, we made a mistake. We reacted. We gave him the good old one-finger salute. And in that moment, everything changed. Because this man had a gun. He pulled it out and pointed it at us. My wife immediately ducked down in her seat and called 911. And just like that, we weren't in traffic anymore. We were in danger. For the next 10 or so minutes, I was weaving through traffic while my wife was trying to update the dispatcher on our situation. I was cutting between cars, jumping onto the shoulder, speeding up where I could, trying to get away, trying to create some kind of distance. Overall, I was trying to think, trying to not let fear take over. Because here's the truth. Panic feels fast, but it can make you stupid. Calm feels slow, but it keeps you alive. Everything in my body wanted to react, speed up more, swerve harder, do something reckless. But there was a quiet tone underneath all that noise. And it had me stay steady and not delve into fear, not shut down. Eventually, not long after we passed under the 610 loop on the west side, I found a moment. I sped up, cut over comfortably in front of an 18-wheeler, got one more lane over, and then I slowed down just enough and took an exit. He couldn't follow. I had learned this trick from my older brother decades ago, and I'm grateful it somehow stuck with me. And just like that, the chase was over. But not really. Because moments like that, they don't just leave you. They stay, they teach, and be cautious because they may only stay as trauma if you don't tend to your thoughts. As I've mentioned many times before, therapy is a wonderful tool. So here's what this situation taught me. Calm is not something you wait for. It's something you choose. Bigfoot doesn't survive the forest because it's always peaceful. He survives because he doesn't overreact every time something moves in the trees. Most danger in life, it's not just what happens. It's how quickly we control ourselves when it happens. And let me be clear, fear is real. Adrenaline is real. This is your body trying to protect you. But not every reaction your body gives you is the one that will save you. In that moment, if I had panicked completely, if I had driven recklessly without thinking, if I had escalated instead of focusing, if I hadn't actually listened to my brother's story 2 decades ago, my wife and I might not be here. And I think about that sometimes. Not in fear, but in awareness. Because how many moments in life aren't life or death, but they matter just as much. The argument you escalate when you could have paused. The text you send when you should have waited. The decision you make in emotion instead of clarity. We think calm is passive. It's not. Calm is control. It's saying, if I feel everything right now, but I'm not going to let it drive me. And that's the difference between reaction and response. Reaction is immediate. Response is intentional. Reaction is loud. response is steady. And in life, steady wins more than loud ever will. That day in Houston, I didn't win because I was faster. I didn't win because I was tougher. I got out because I stayed calm enough to think. And sometimes, that's all you need. Not perfect calm, not fearless calm, just enough calm to take the correct next step. So if you're in something right now, maybe not with a man with a gun, but something that feels overwhelming, something that's pushing you, something that's trying to pull you out of yourself, pause, breathe, slow it down. You don't have to match the chaos around you, because the forest, it gets loud sometimes. Branches snap, shadows move, things feel bigger than they are. But Bigfoot doesn't sprint every time something shifts. He listens, he watches, he moves when it matters. And so can you. Calm isn't weakness, it's awareness under pressure. And the more you practice it in the small moments, the more it shows up in the big ones. Sasqwarriors, Mossy-Minded Misfits, this world will try to rush you. It will try to provoke you. It will try to pull you into reaction. But you don't have to go there. Thank you all for being here. Now, step into the quiet, return stronger. The forest is always open. I love you. Stay big blessed.